trying to broadcast to see what streaming is like on the PS4. So I should be currently on air on YouTube.
Me.
I can hear you, actually.
That's excellent, because I just got myself a headset and I'm trying it out. So you're my sort of a trial run
Well, that's exciting.
to complete the Atom challenges. I spent some time at the Cranberry Bog trying to find a Mega Sloth, but the one I could find wasn't actually at the Cranberry Bog, so it didn't register.
Ooh, that's rough.
But, yeah, but just basically, that's kind of like what I've been doing with this character, with my main character. I've been just completing the Atom challenges and checking out the new content that's been on.
Sounds like a lot
I've been
of fun.
spending
Though.
a lot of time on the survivor the survival forums, or the
Survival server mode or whatever.
yeah, servers, because I have an alternative character there, and it's been a lot of fun that mode. I saw a friendly tag on the map, and I decided to come and say hey.
Yeah, I figured if I was gonna play, I might as well join somebody's server.
Huh, okay.
So I ended up picking your name out of my list. I just figured I wanted to try to rework some ideas about the boxing ring and stuff like that, and see if there were different ways that I could set things up. And I want to try to get using the power conduits as ropes. And so I need to figure out a way that I can get like 3 of them, I think. So I was talking to a Pexi guy. He sent me a message of a picture where he had 3 rows of the power conduits giving the impression of ropes around the boxing ring. And right now,
I saw that.
My thought is, how can I get something that's the right height to separate all 3 of those? And so I was wondering if I could balance something on one of these Deathclaw eggs, but it doesn't have a tall enough surface.
The picture I saw was it had the short metal column, and then the pylons were or the conduits were attached to that. But I would assume that the distance between the conduits would be random. So.
Yeah, I was able to do it the other day here, and I only had 1 ring, and I had placed it on top of a wooden shelf that I use in my camp to set up kind of like a bar. And the height was alright, but it was about figuring out a way that I can get sort of like multiple separate heights. Now, but that can only snap to the outside, and I actually want to place it just on the inside. So I need to figure out today, because otherwise I've got some pretty solid grasps of how I'd like to execute a lot of the other things.
Okay.
So the ring is going to be a 3x3. There's going to be a little table here for the announcers. And then there's also going to be an observation deck for like other spectators and viewers. Now, Workshop ends up affording a little bit larger of a budget, and it gives you some stuff to work with right off the bat, and that's pretty helpful. But doing a boxing night, there's going to be some issues with trying to do it at a workshop. You know, somebody could even just accidentally contest it. But it makes me curious as to if there's a bunch of people in one workshop and it becomes contested, do suddenly everyone become a part of it, or is it just between the owner and whoever triggered the contest? And then B, if that person leaves and the contest stops, will there still be lingering PvP issues? That would be like my other thought.
Yeah, that's gonna be that might actually be a problem because, for instance, you know how you can build stuff on other people's camps. I don't know if you can actually do that in workshops, but we would have to be at least teammates. And,
yeah, you can if you're teammates, and you can actually
you can't
build
have more than 4 people on your team, so that would be impossible. So.
Right. Something else that's interesting is you can actually build Atom Shop items in your teammates' workshop. So like
Really?
Deathclaw eggs and things like that, or like the little Sheik Squatch plushie, which is like absolutely adorable. I'm just gonna put one down because I want to have it hanging out with me. There you go, little buddy. All right. So let me see here. Power conduits. So I'm going to see if I can set this conduit on top of a toolbox. Well, let me do it. Okay, it's letting me do it. Now, how is that position? I don't like it. Needed a little bit more in.
Anyways, I'll leave you to it. I'll go and seek some. What was the next thing I needed to do? Check. Yes, I'm off to Gulper Lagoon to kill some gulpers.
Have fun. Take a picture of their toe beans if you can. Lady Devon was on the streaming yesterday and she was doing all the different picture stuff, and she got a picture of a gulper hanging from a tree, and it's kind of cute because you can see their glowing little toe. Hey, have a good one.
Yeah. Bye.
See ya. Now, let's see here. So I'm going to try to put another stash box on top of it. See if we can do that. Try to line this up as best I can. So one of the goals here is to have it try to look as close to a boxing ring as I can. But I'm also trying to figure out how I can even get one corner set up perfectly to be placed again. Spectrum. I don't know if it stopped or what. Alright, I think we're still broadcasting. Alright, so that looks actually pretty good. It's about the right distance I want from the edge. It seems like it's close to being the same there. It's only got one of those. So before I continue, I'm going to want to store all of this. I want to see if I can blueprint just this floor right here. Alright. So select structure. I've got all this. I'm going to create the blueprint. Create a new one. Ring test, because that seems like a simple enough and straightforward name. So, can I place this corner? Holla. Okay, so I think that's gonna work. Beautiful. So I have that stowed away, so some other time I'm going to be able to add it with all the details, but mostly I'm just going to play around with some of the different ideas. It's going to be a good base to work off of, and it might be vital that I only have that corner placed. Because ideally, I'm going to be getting rid of those stash boxes to make it where it's going to be just those ropes through the power conduits. So I need to line up my next one as best I can. Da, 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 da. Come on, buddy. Come on. Do it for me. Do it. Don't snap. Don't snap. Oh. I have a better idea. Okay, now, don't snap. Oh, oop, 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 oop. Come on. Had you for a second. Let me do this. Alright. Alright. Does it not want to let me? I can't line it up perfectly again. Now, okay. So, it's a little low. Can I do something slightly taller? Is it about collision detection? What if I use this toolbox? Is this too tall? It might be too tall. I should have used it from the get-go. Maybe could have done two ropes. What kind of touching up do I have to do here? Okay, that looks pretty good. Okay, so I'm gonna see what it looks like from here. Okay, so let's do this. Okay. Come on, rotate for me. Beautiful, beautiful. Look at this. It's almost working as intended, I think, even though I'm probably not using it like intended. Ooh. I don't like that as much. Cuts a little bit far into the walkway. If I have to do this, which I have to. Well, I mean, yet to be seen, but okay, so we got a little difference here because we got a little difference there. I got close, but it's not perfect. That's going to be something that I'm going to have to get spot on. Alright, so what if this. Nope, nope. Okay, so I'm gonna go like this, and then we go like this first. And then we go like this. And then we go like this. Almost. Almost, buddy. Almost. Come on. Just don't. Come on. You can do this. You can do this, Fallout. I believe. There we go. Beautiful. Okay. You know what? That was even stupid of me. Wow. I'm a winner. So instead, I'm just gonna do this. Okay, I heard my character become thirsty. Need to fix that. I'm sorry to anybody watching this. You should probably have left by now or not even be watching this, because I am actually also testing out how streaming works, and this could be not even working right now, and I wouldn't really know, because I also want to get this done. Alright. Is there no video? No, I think there's just no personal video. Alright, so, what if I do this? Aw, man, I hope somebody's nuking me. I mean, not really, but, like, it would be comical to me.
Attention, citizens. Nuclear strike imminent.
Nope, we are safe.
Please exit the area at your earliest convenience.
And then we're gonna
Thank
do
you for your cooperation.
this, buddy. And we're gonna do that. I don't like how this corner turned out that much. There we go. Come on. There we go. Alright. And then we're gonna do this. And we need to get this, 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 store, shit. Or maybe, I mean, no, that wasn't really bad, I guess. And come on. Ah, oh, come on. Da, 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 da. And then that. And then we get our... No, stop it. You bet me. I think that's fine, actually. I don't think anything happened. This is fine. Alright, come on. Come on, work with me here. Work with me. Alright. So, I don't like how they're floating. That's a thing. But it is what it is, I guess. Can I put these right there on each corner and still do this? Okay, previously I liked the idea of that top one being a conduit. They aren't fully connected to each other? No. Are all of them on there? Or you just attach the wire, or don't. That's fine too. Come on. There we go. Alright, so then we get this one over here, and this one over here, and this one over here. And then we go to our generators, and I'm just gonna throw down one of these guys, because it's got enough, and I don't care. Bingo, bango, bongo. So then we're gonna go over here, and I'm just gonna use wood, because that's what I feel like doing. So that's that. That, and then we go like this. If it could fit net. Okay, and then we go to our stairs. Is there a robot shooting my stuff? I'm gonna be so mad at that robot. There we go. So you have to put those walls up first before you try to slap that there, because the walls will collide with the frame and the posts and not let you put it up if you do that first. Another thing to keep in mind if you're doing things on multiple floors is that certain objects such as through-wall conduits like to snap to upper floors. So it helps if you place those, or things like a fusion generator or a power armor station. It's easier to place those if you intend to put them on the first floor. Place it before you place your upper floors. A lot of times I try to be careful when I'm doing upper floors about lining up my floors if I'm going to be doing a pattern. It's much easier to get them rotated in place correctly if you don't place items or walls on them yet. So we can do that. Okay, so I want to just add a nice little extra floor space to stand for people to get really up in there. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. I'm gonna add another set of walls. You know, I don't know if it needs to have like a premier upper deck. That's something that it might just be a little bit too high. It might be unnecessary and just take away from the amount of budget I can spend other places. But this also isn't super duper budget intensive. Does it go all the way to that? It goes all the way to that. Do I do this? No, right? Maybe. I like openness. I think openness is going to be something that I should do. The least amount of things obstructing your view. I think those are words that work out together for an understandable sentence. Alright, so here we go. Here we go. I'm gonna do this. We're gonna do that. I'm just gonna trust that it snapped. that, and then we're gonna go to stairs and just, I guess, try to make it a little more believable. There we go. So there's some gaps for the fighters to walk in, and I've got pros and cons in how I feel about that. Are you registering that you're powered? You should be. Yeah, you're powered. Okay. So, what would an announcer's table look like? So we've got a large wooden table. It's the first one that came to mind when it was brought up to me, and I'm gonna see where I can find it. Is it here? No. Is it here? I think no. Is it here? No. Where are you, table? No. It's a large, flat, wooden table. Is it here? It's here. So, would it be here? How is that? Let me find a lined up reference point. How do we look? How do we look? How do we look along this edge? So then the chairs are going to be something a little bit more simplistic. I mean, they could even be these kind of ratty chairs. I think that actually kind of works to a certain degree. Now, I don't think there's anything that could simulate a microphone. I can put that there to imagine one. That's too big. Maybe. What do we have here? Is this even believable? Like, is it? I don't know. What did I have under here? No, I don't think that's gonna work for a mic. There was another one. Somebody suggested it once as a drink suggestion, and I kind of liked it. And it was a little tabletop thing. Why am I not looking under tabletop items then? See, yeah, no, that doesn't really read microphone though. And that's just like, hi, I'm a lamp, and I'm obviously a lamp, so I love lamp. I'll date myself a little bit. Let's see here. And then we build our huts. And I want one step to walk up to it from, and then we're gonna go to the walls, do the same thing I did the other day. Do this wall, do that wall, do that. We do this, we do this, we do this, we do this, we do that. I'm getting lost. Oh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we're gonna go to our walls. Wall. Place the other door right now. Come on, you know you want. There we go. Up. Dip. So there we go. There we go. Here we go. Here we go. And ta-da. So there we go. I'm gonna stop saying that now. We're gonna put some roofs on here. Nope. Flip that. Get the angled roof. Let's see here. Put this back there. I had it in the right. Wow. Okay. So, got the blue corner and the red corner. The 2 ropes, I think using a similar method I might have been able to get 3. The third one using the tall toolbox might have been a bit too tall, but that short one wasn't quite right. Now, the footlocker potentially could have been a little bit better. It has the top collision seems like it might have been smoother, because it did seem like there was a little bump when it was using the handle from using that small red toolbox. So that's a good lesson for me to learn right there. So let me see here. I want some track lights on the ground, right? Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah. So it would be like there. There. So how am I going to cap these off? Do I run them to the walls? That sounds right. And how close will they get? Will they go right to it? Will they clip into it? Will they collide? Okay, so it's colliding is the issue it's having right now. That's too much. And that's too much. So is there something that it'll let me do it? Nope, just one that caps it. Not thrilled, but it's something. And this is just a good testing phase. See what different kind of ways I can approach this and what I can come up with. Okay. Okay. So let me see here. Blueprints. Can I ungrow selection? So what about this? Grow selection. Grow selection. Awesome. That is what I wanted to do. We're gonna do red hut. That is good. That is good. All right. Can we do this? How much did you get? I think it got all of it. All right. View deck. That works. Okay. So let's try to get some pictures for people. Nope, not the button I wanted. So turn off depth of field for the image. Show player off. Take a picture of that. picture of that. Picture of that. Let me see here. Move. Get up. Come on. Don't do that to me. Alright, let's see if I can get another picture here. So here we go. Options. Photo mode. Oh, come on. What if I'm standing? I wish I could be standing and pounding on my desk, demanding pictures of Spider-Man or Sheep Squatch. Whoa, 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 whoa. I don't even know what setting that was I was goofing off with. Ow. Wouldn't have mattered in a second anyways. I feel like that shouldn't look like that. It's not even on. Okay. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. So then we're gonna go. We're gonna try to see if I can blueprint the ring as it is. What? Alright, so learning some different things about how it blueprints and how it doesn't blueprint. That might be a good size. I mean, ultimately, we're not going to be seeing a ton of people who can be on any given server at any given time. So that's something that's definitely worth taking into consideration. So I'm going to have to work out a little bit better how I can make these rings, like the ropes and everything like that, and play around with some different ideas. I think I might be able to get a third one, but I'm going to have to, again, we're just going to have to play around, see what I can come up with. I think if I use the large toolbox for the bottom and the second one, they'll be at nice heights, and I think I'll be able to execute it with two pretty effectively. I'm just going to have to play around with the distance that each corner is from its respective thing, and then just make sure I get them ultimately lined up. But I'm pretty happy with how this test went, and yeah. So I'm going to just go ahead and stop this stream and review all these things later. So I'll see y'all around. Stay frosty out there. If I can figure out how to end. How do I stop? There we go.